Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be bringing you a battle report. My Sylvan Elves going up against Undying Dynasties. My list, I've got a Treefather Ancient as my general. He's a Wizard Master Druidism with the Binding Scroll. Thicket Shepherd BSB with the Oaken Crown. For core I got 20 Archers, Music and Standard. Banner of the Silent Mist. 2x10 Dryads, 5 Heath Riders with Shield, 1 Eagle, 5 Thickets Beasts with Champion, 2x5 Wild Huntsmen, full command and shield, 10 Pathfinders and 10 Sentinels. My opponent is using a Terracotta army, so he's got good resilience across the board, really. And this list scares the crap out of me, to be honest, with his 3 monsters, his Shaptis, and all those chariots. For deployment, we got the marching column. We take turns, each drop in 1, and then I get the opportunity to drop my entire army, which I do, to get first turn, because obviously I want to get as many rounds of shooting in as possible. So, Undying Dynasties deployment, left to right, he's got 10 Skeletal Cavalry in the forest there, 2 Dread Sphinxes, his Ushaptis. He's got his chariots next to them with his 2 characters also in chariots, a normal battle sphinx, and 10 more cavalry on the right flank. My deployment is obviously off the scout. I've got my Pathfinders furthest to the left, 5 Wild Huntsmen, 5 Heath Riders hiding there behind the impossible terrain, my 10 Sentinels, 10 Dryads. Next to them I got my Treekin to the left in this picture, near my Sylvan Elves forest there. 10 more Dryads and my general hiding behind the hill, my 20 Archers, and I also have 5 more Wild Riders to the right of them. So, Sylvan Elves turn 1 then. I move my Pathfinders out of arc of sight of his cavalry, move my Dryads and my Treekin up in the forest to get closer to the objective, which is you need to hold the center, and after round 2 you get the tokens. And you can see the token there in the middle of the table. Other than that, I don't do much really. I just push up ever so slightly to get closer to the objective, and plan to start shooting him. So Pathfinders open up on his cavalry here, taking out 3, which is okay, I guess. My Sentinels start shooting at the Dread Sphinx to the left there, and managed to do 2 wounds. Sorry about the blurry picture, guys. Still getting used to this, the camera and everything. Undying Dynasties, he turns his cavalry around to look at my Pathfinders. He marches up his other cav, loses 1 to dangerous terrain in the woods there. Oh my, that's a blurry picture. I don't know if you could tell. He just pushes up, also advancing on the objective, getting closer to me as well. Those Sphinxes and the Shaptis are getting too close for comfort. Sylvan Elves turn 2. Oh, I should say about his list is that he's got no magic, which I'm really happy about, because, yeah, feels a bit more safe. Anyways, my turn 2, I move my Pathfinders around his cav again to get out of his line of sight. My Heath Riders move up. The Sphinx can't see them there, so I'm thinking just to get them in a better position and also get closer to the objective since they are scoring. My Dryads just turn ever so slightly, facing the oncoming slaughter. So does my Treekin with my BSB. And my Eagle flies up to chaff his chariot block there. He took a wound last turn from the Undying Dynasties shooting. My Wild Huntsman charge his cavalry. This obviously happened before movement, but the pictures are a bit off, sorry. Shooting, I managed to put another wound on his Sphinx there. And combat, my Wild Huntsman obviously make short work of his cavalry. I overrun and I managed to get out of line of sight of the Battle Sphinx. And that's really it. Undying Dynasties. He turns his cav around again, setting up a possible charge. And yeah, he charges his Ushaptis into my Dryads and also that Dread Sphinx with 3 wounds. He moves his both his characters out of the chariot unit. He doesn't charge my Eagle. He reckons he can shoot it down and therefore be in a better position. That other Sphinx is moving up closer to the Treekins as well. Shooting, he managed to kill one archer, and he gets my Eagle down, which is fair enough. It's what it's there for. And over here, oh my god, obviously my Dryads lose this combat. He catches them with his Sphinx, and his Ushaptis overrun and hit my Dryads, and we measure this really quite quite a lot. And the way it turned out was basically he overran and ended up in my flank there. So I'm really quite nervous because obviously that's a big chunk of points, and also my BSB and scoring unit next to objective obviously. So for my turn 3, I decide to charge him with my Heath Riders, because at least I get a charge and I get a rear. I might be able to do a wound or 2 if I'm lucky, but I reckon I need all the help I can get in this fight. So they get in like so. Other than that, I move my Wild Huntsman up, set them up for a charge next turn. Oh yeah, also top right corner there you can see 3 of my Wild Huntsmen are dead. That's because of the Battle Sphinx's breath weapon that he used last turn. Forgot about that. I managed to grow them up in my magic phase though, so they're back to full strength. I shoot at his cav here. Take off 3 extra wounds. I failed my Mars chest here, so I couldn't dance around him, unfortunately. And in this combat, he kills my Heath Riders outright. I managed to do 3 or 4 wounds, so I lose combat, but I stick. The Treekins being bodyguard and also stubborn in the forest. I pass my leadership to reform as well. But yeah, next turn won't be fun for me. So Undying Dynasties turn 3, he charges his cav into my Pathfinders. He charges his character, which is not his general, and the Dread Sphinx into my Treekins. Blur picture again, sorry guys. He charges his general into my archer block, down to the right. He moves his chariot unit to be able to shoot at my wild huntsman again. I managed to do a wound there. Combat, I kill one rider and he doesn't do anything to me. And yeah, Sylvan Elves turn 4. Combat here, I managed to stick. I don't know how that happens. As you can see, I only have he whiffed really, and I made a lot of ward saves. So really pleased with that. My wild huntsman obviously charge him in the rear, and my dryads on the hill. I'm gonna charge his chariot in the rear as well. And they get in like so. His general on his turn, he killed my archers over and off the table. So my sentinels have started moving up towards him, hoping to shoot him a bit, because he took a few wounds to the stand and shoot reaction from my archers, and also I managed to sneak a wound in close combat. And his Sphinx there is actually on top of the hill, or he's on the hill at least, so I can see him with my sentinels there. I dance my wild huntsman around again. I don't wanna face his chariot block there. Shooting, I managed to do 4 wounds onto his battle sphinx there, which I'm chuffed about. And combat in the middle. Oh my god, wild huntsman. I think they did 12 wounds with their 15 or so attacks. So he crumbles with everything he's got. You can see that he killed 2 wild huntsmen. I've only got 1 treekin left and my BSB. But yeah, really happy how that combo went. I never thought my treekins would survive his turn 3 of combat there. For his turn 4, he charges his battle sphinx into my dryads. I've just reformed to set up a counter charge if need be, and my hope here is to use summer growth and grow my treekins back. He turns his chariots around like so. His general he's got two or three wounds, and yeah, he's just trying to stay out of line of sight with everything, as I am with my general. In this combat, he does a few wounds, but I managed to stick. Combat up here with my Pathfinders, they finally managed to kill the last cavalry and are now free to do what they're meant to do. He's turned around, sorry guys. This picture is before his movement, because he turned his chariots around and managed to do one final wound to my treekin, which wiped that unit out. He was really successful in stopping my summer growth on that particular unit. And this also means that for the first time, he's got the only scoring unit within the objective range. Up until now, we've been tying the objective. So now he's got one up on me there, which is obviously no good. And in combat, his battle sphinx pops. I move up my my dryads and my BSB to get out of line of sight from his chariots there. All he needs to do is just stay there now to get another token for the objective, because we're tying again now. But if he just stays there, he gets 2, I get 1. He wins the objective. Between my sentinels and my pathfinders, I managed to kill his general. who was sitting on, he only had 1 wound left. My wild huntsman danced around, hiding behind the hill. Don't want to give up those points. And that's it, really. Turned out to be a Sylvan Elves victory, 13-7. That's with him taking the objective. Which he played it really nice, and it was unfortunate. Had I been able to save the final wound or get the sum growth through, I would have contested the objective. I'm really quite pleased with how this game went, though. I never thought I would stand a chance against this list with 3 monsters, his Shaptis with paired weapons, and yeah. But yeah, MVP for me has to be the Treekins tanking in the middle there. The Wild Huntsman obviously did amazing work with that rear charge, and also the poisonous shooting from the Sentinels on his Sphinxes really made for a good game. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any thoughts, ideas, questions, please let me know in the commentary section, and I'll see you guys soon. Cheers.